Hello everyone, we are back at the Sonic Hacking Contest, and we are going to be getting to those games that I had missed in the last session. So when we ended the last time, I talked about how there was this Silver Sonic game that I was really excited to try out, and that the next time we came back that we was going to try that. So that's going to be the first one that we're going to be jumping into on this list that we have today at this session. So the game's title is actually called Silver Sonic Rise of Death Egg, which I thought that it would be played on the Mega Drive or the Genesis, as some may call it, but this was actually on the Master System or the Game Gear. Either way, it looks good, but since it's in that Sonic 1 8-bit art style, I was expecting this game to be difficult. And it is. This game is really hard. I always felt like these games have bad delay on your inputs and everything moves like it's underwater. The screen also feels like it's a bit crunched, and there were lots of bottomless pits placed throughout the stage. So this made for a really bad combination, as there were a lot of times where you felt like you just couldn't even go fast because you would just run into a pit. So I like the thought of this game, so I'm not going to bash it. I'll just say for me personally, I just felt that it was too difficult. Next is Sonic the Hedgehog Mega Driven, a hack of Sonic the Hedgehog 1. So this game is heavily modified, the stage and the textures look really nice, and the music used is also catchy. I think the soundtrack used in this demo is from Sonic the Hedgehog 4. So anyway, Sonic has a few abilities in this game, like the spin dash, the peel out, an insta shield, and a double jump. The good thing about this game is that the insta shield and the double jump can be used together, so you can use them in a single jump. So you can do a double jump and then insta shield after, or you can do an insta shield and then do a double jump after that. So that's really useful and makes for some good mobility options. You can also do like the insta curl after you head off a spring or go off a ramp to protect yourself while airborne against nearby enemies. So there's some good item and enemy placement in this demo, and the levels are just really fun. This demo is actually really short. There were only 2 zones and 3 acts. The first zone had 2 acts and the second zone had 1 act. And the second zone was like this water level, which was also pretty cool for a water level. It wasn't like really annoying like your Sonic 1 Labyrinth zone. So this game didn't have any bosses either, but this was one of my favorite hacks from the contest, so I suggest you try this one out. Next is Sonic Sky Chaser. This is a boss rush style game that puts you in an auto run sequence against enemies appearing on screen using different attack patterns. I like the thought of this game, but I wasn't very good at it. I kept losing to the second boss. I think the hit and hurt boxes are also a bit off. There were times where I felt like I hit the enemy but it just wasn't counting. Like on the bird enemy, like I would hit him like at the beak and the hit just wouldn't register. And there were times where he would like drop those explosions, and the explosions I felt like I didn't get hit by it, but it still counted as me taking damage. So there was just little things like that. So I feel like if there was an air dash ability that Sonic can do in this game, it would actually be much more enjoyable, because there were times where I felt like the enemy was open for attack, but I just couldn't get there in time, because if I had an air dash, I could instantly jump across the screen and get some damage in. That would have made it so much more enjoyable. So like I said, I like the thought of this game, I just wasn't very good at it. So that's going to be the end of the Mega Drive, Master System, and Game Gear hacks from this year's Sonic Hacking Contest. I may try to get to the Generations and Forces stuff, but as far as I remember, Sonic Generations doesn't have window mode, which was like a pain for me. And I haven't even played Sonic Forces yet, but I do own the game, just haven't gotten around to it. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.